We were making plans for months for what we were going to do this summer. One of the things that was on our list was we were going to go to Scandinavia, and by golly, we made it. And we didn't even have to get on a plane to get there.
No.
Today, we're in Solvang,
Yay.
California, Danish Capital, United States of America.
Yay! Part of my ancestry.
If you're interested in a unique getaway in Southern California, the historic Danish village of Solvang is a great choice. It's a place where you can stroll through a small village that has old world European architecture and take in the cultural heritage of this charming town. It's a place that looks and smells a little bit like Christmas all year round, and it's a perfect weekend getaway town. And today we're going to take you through some of our top things to do when visiting Solvang.
We were camping at Lake Kachuma, which is just 20 minutes from Solvang, and we decided to take a day trip. And we also wanted to have breakfast.
A Solvang breakfast.
Yeah.
One of the things I think about when I think about Solvang is breakfast. So I've had a few memorable breakfasts over the years at Solvang. When we went to Solvang just last week, we stopped at a place just down the street called Dobrucki's by Chomp. We stopped here. We weren't disappointed. I got the Danish pancakes because when in Solvang, you get the Danish pancakes. But Julie, what did you have on your plate?
I had huevos rancheros.
Really? Is that traditional Danish food?
It's traditional for me because I'm part Mexican. So.
One of the things we like to do in Solvang, or one of the things we recommend, is start your day with breakfast here. We're at a place called Dobrucki's, and after we get filled up, we're going to do some exploring. Solvang is known as the Danish Capital of America. It was established here in California in 1911 and preserves Danish folk, customs, and history. And you can visit here when you come to Southern California area. We're a little bit north of Santa Barbara.
In 1947, the Saturday Evening Post published a feature article about Solvang, and ever since, it's been this tourist destination. Hans Christian Andersen, who is an author, wrote many books. He is Scandinavian from Copenhagen, right? Yeah, I think Copenhagen. We spent a few trips here taking a picture in front of Hans with little kids and a short walk down the street, then you'll run into the Hans Christian Andersen Museum. You'll find this museum is located upstairs in the Book Loft building, and it promotes the work of this famous author. This is the only museum in the USA celebrating the Danish author of such classics as The Little Mermaid, The Snow Queen, The Ugly Duckling, and The Emperor's New Clothes. And to this day, they are read throughout the entire world. Another place that I like to visit when I go to Solvang is the Christmas store called Yule House. It is one of those Christmas stores that survives all year round and gets a lot of traffic. Every time we go there, I want to visit. They always have some fun ornaments. They have different types of candles and things that are used to celebrate from other countries. It's a fun place to be. It is located on Mission Drive. It is open all year round, and it has been for over 50 years. It has old world tradition decorations, it has modern decorations, it has dazzling displays of blown glass ornaments, wooden nutcrackers and smokers, nativities. They have a lot of different things. So if you love Christmas like I do all year round, go ahead and take a look at that store. It's really fun. So I think every time that I've come to Solvang, we've come to the Christmas store because that's one of my favorite holidays. And we have gotten little specialty ornaments from them. But they're here year round. They never close. It's just one of the well-known stores in Solvang.
Another place that is of interest in Solvang is the Solvang Festival Theater. So this is a 700-seat outdoor theater. It was built in 1974. It's the only performing arts facility of its kind on the Central Coast in California. It provides a large open-air venue for audiences of all ages. They attract about 40,000 patrons every single year. The Pacific Conservatory Theater hosts a summer season that on most years has professional productions of plays, of musicals. The theater also hosts concerts, and it's a place that if you're going to be going up to Solvang, take a look at the calendar and you might see that there's a show that interests you during your visit there, especially if you're going to stay overnight. It's one of the additional things you can do in Solvang. One of the things that Solvang just has an immense number of is stores. So there's about 150 boutique shops that have all kinds of unique treasures. You're not going to have any problem finding a souvenir from your trip here. And among some of the unique treasures you're going to find are things like handcrafted music boxes, cuckoo clocks, all kinds of tchotchkes and t-shirts, and whatever you think of in that you're going to find in a tourist place, you're going to find it here in Solvang. And lots of Danish stores that have Danish household items, kitchen items. There's a lot of that as well. And for the ladies who collect Pandora charms on their bracelets, Julie, do they have that there too?
They do.
They do.
I got my windmill on this trip.
Yeah, just last week.
Yeah,
You're filling up your bracelets.
I am. I have 2 so far. The original buildings of 1911 when this little town started, and it's become a number of things. It even was a place for church services. It was first built as a college in 1911. Then it became the church, the Lutheran church of the area, until they built the new church in 1929. And then it became restaurants and other things. And now it is this quaint little restaurant, Beto Denmark. So very cool history on this building.
Yeah, and after all that walking around in the shops, going down this street and that street, you might get a little hungry.
And they have plenty of dining options for you. There are at least 35 restaurants in Solvang, and most of them are easily within walking distance from the downtown.
Yeah.
They also have in this wonderful town, of course, the Danish pastries. One of the most famous is the Aebleskiver, home of Arne's famous Aebleskiver, which is a Danish. It's round. It reminds me of a huge donut hole.
Fluffy, and it's not super fried like a donut.
Okay.
Powdered sugars, strawberry or raspberry jam, and it's a softer beignet. Beignets are a little bit more heavy than this.
Yeah.
But it's almost getting there. It's not a beignet just because it's a lot more soft and fluffy.
Okay.
All right, and we had to get one too, huh?
Yep, we did. It's very good. It's very good. It's nice and warm right out of the skillet. The device that they use to make them. It's kind of pancakey, but not too sweet. But you do have the jam that makes it really sweet. I like it.
So that's one of those things that's kind of unique in this area. I don't know that there's many places that you'll bump into that serve an Aebleskiver. When you're in Solvang, that would be kind of a unique food that's local to the area that you'll want to try. Mm-hmm. Share it with some friends. And once you've eaten your Aebleskiver, if you want to wash it down with something, in town, you can sample wine and beer at about 20 downtown tasting rooms. And if you have time, just a short drive out of the Solvang downtown itself, there's close to about 120 vineyards in the Santa Ines and Santa Barbara areas. So if you're making a weekend out of a visit to this area, you can spend a day in Solvang, you can spend another day doing some wine tours. Just don't drink and drive, por favor.
So when you're done with your food and your wine tasting, you can take a walk on the eastern edge of downtown and you'll find the old mission Santa Ines. The Santa Ines mission founded 1804.
So on this side of the Mission Church, there used to be 22 of these arches once upon a time. This one right here is what was the 19th, and then the arches would have continued into what is today the Rose Garden. So a little bit of a change of the footprint of the mission through the years.
It is one of the most complete working missions that I've seen. This one is really nice, very well upkept and restored, and it's really beautiful. The mission was founded on September 17th in 1804 by Father Esteban Tapis, and it was the first European settlement in the Santa Ines Valley. The mission grounds is just absolutely superb. It has an unbelievable view of the Santa Ines River Valley and the San Rafael mountain ranges. Mission tours are available 7 days a week from 9 to 5, and you enter through the gift shop to see the museum, the church, and the gardens. So there is an important thing that you probably should know about visiting this particular mission. Most missions that we have been to, we've been able to walk in the church and spend a few moments in prayer or whatever it is that makes you happy within a church. And at this mission, Santa Ines, you can't do that unless you pay for the tour. So that's a little unusual for us.
Yeah.
You also cannot go into the church while Mass is being said unless you're attending Mass. So it kind of leaves you with only taking the tour.
Yeah, so the doors for the church are locked from the outside. There's one way in. And we've done the tour there before. I've done it multiple times over the years.
Yeah, we've seen the inside of the church.
Yeah, so just one of those things again to know about. If you want to see the inside, it'll be as part of the tour. But on the other side of the mission, there is a chapel that's open.
Well, it's an adoration chapel.
Yeah.
So this is something that is not something that you walk into and you're conversing, and it is a very sacred place for Catholics. So if you do go into the adoration chapel, just remember to show great respect.
Yeah, it's really a place for prayer.
Yeah.
Yeah. We did stop in there last week as we were visiting the mission, and you were busy with something, and I took a stroll out in the garden area, and they do have like a Stations of the Cross walk in the garden area, so that's something else that's on the grounds. They're just a beautiful grounds, and it's right at the edge of the downtown area of Solvang. So when you're in Solvang on the east end, it's just you walk across the parking lot and you're at the mission. So it's worth seeing. And when you're in Solvang, parking is free in the entire town. Even the hotels don't charge a parking fee.
Yeah,
so,
it's very, very tourist friendly.
Yeah, super friendly. So we're back from a morning in Solvang, California. Your favorite things about Solvang?
Just the quaintness and how they've captured that Danish look. I love the tons of shopping that they have, a lot of tchotchke type of things, but it's fun.
Yeah.
And they have some great bakeries.
So this is one of those places that if you come to Southern California is, somewhat off of the beaten path. I think it's not on everybody's radar screen. If you're familiar with the Los Angeles area, this is probably about roughly 2 hours north of the north end of the LA area. A little bit past Santa Barbara, you get to the beautiful Santa Ines Valley, and we had several people mention when we were there, one of the things they like about it is just this feeling of relaxation.
Yeah.
It's quiet.
It has some busier times. The summer gets busier. The Christmas time is busier there. But it's overall, I think it has a very relaxing feeling to it.
Yeah, and it's one of these places too where they keep out the big chain shops, so it's very mom and poppy throughout the whole thing. And I think a lot of these businesses they're run by families who have been in the area probably for decades. So it's got a nice history, a nice culture. It's a nice place to put on your itinerary if you happen to find yourself in Southern California.
Yeah. And right in the midst of it is a beautiful mission, one of the California missions along the coast. So that's a beautiful place to visit also.
Yeah.
So if you enjoyed this video,
please hit the like button. And if you'd like to see more of us, hit the subscribe button. If you want notifications, we have the little bell you can hit also.
And appreciate you watching our videos, coming along with us on our adventures as we show you the places where we go, and we hope to see you in the future at the places where we go.